going on, guys? We are back with another RNG recruit interview. We are joined with a very, very, very special guest, in my opinion, in the 2025 class. This is a guy who is getting lots of love from colleges already, all kinds of love from colleges already, and one of them is being the University of Miami. We'll definitely get into that. We'll get into the other schools he's been in contact with, and kind of talk about off-season plans, and kind of how his season went this last season. I'm gonna bring him on here right now so he can introduce himself. I'm telling you guys right now, man, this is a linebacker who is an absolute beast.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? I'm Mantrez Walker, class 2025, inside linebacker at Buford High School. Excited to be on the show, get a chance to talk to North Fresh, and
Good looking out, man. Good looking out. I appreciate you taking the time to jump on here and let Canes fans and let fans in general just get a good idea of who Mantrez Walker really is.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, what I just like to start off with is what's your current height and weight right now?
Current height, I'm 6'1", 222 pounds.
Okay. And do you have an ideal playing weight?
This year I actually want to play around like 225, 230.
Okay. And for your high school team, you're playing inside linebacker?
Yes, sir. But I can play all the positions, but I'm being recruited inside backer.
Okay, I got you. So how did the season go for you guys over there at Buford, man? What was it like?
Season went great. Defense was definitely good for sure. A lot of guys was able to make a lot of plays. I was able to stand out each and every game, get a chance to improve weekly. We had a lot of new schemes going, a lot of new stuff that our defense coordinator threw at us that we had to, come in and come play, just giving us the college-like play calling and playbook stuff like that, getting us ready for the next level. So I thought that was good. We didn't make it as far as we wanted to. We didn't go to state championship, but it's just something to build on, something to grow on. So next year for my senior year, I'm trying to come back better and get a chance to compete for a state championship.
Well, man, I'll tell you, watching your film, bro, you like to hit dudes. You like to hit dudes hard, man. Where does that passion come from? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you seem to do it on an often basis.
Yes, sir. Well, I've always loved the game, and hitting has always been a part of my game. It's just something that I feel that I can do very well, and I can separate myself from rest of the opponents. I've never been the biggest, strongest, or fastest, but on the field, the other opponent is definitely going to feel me for sure. So when they come in my way or anywhere by me, I'm gonna make sure they feel me for sure. So that's something I definitely like doing.
And this off season that you got here, are you working with any trainers?
Yes, I'm working with a trainer from my school. He has his own gym. Working with my dad, like always. Just doing stuff at the house, stuff like that. But working on long speed and good twitch and stuff like that. Just continue to work on sideline to sideline, so I can translate to the next level.
That new age linebacker,
Yes,
that's
sir.
that speed, that sideline to sideline stuff. Yeah, you got that. You got that. Uh, what would you say your biggest strengths are on the field right now, currently?
I'd say my biggest strength is just reading and diagnosing offenses, beating blockers to the point of attack, beating runners to the point of attack, delivering the blow at the point of attack. My bend, getting off of blocks, filling gaps, just breaking down, open field tackling, stuff like that.
That's one thing I noticed about you is you really impact the run game. Is that something you take a lot of pride in?
Yes, sir, for sure. I feel as a linebacker that run stopping should be very important. So I definitely take pride in that. Just um, going against every team, I just feel like the run should be eliminated, and everything else is gonna take care of itself. If we dominate the line of scrimmage, and we're gonna have a good day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's your guys' biggest rival high school that you play?
Our biggest rival is Mill Creek, crosstown rival. It actually just started last year, but they're a school that's up the street. We got friends up there. We always hanging out, so just getting a chance to play against them, that's a big deal for the community.
What was it like this season getting a chance to play him? What was the game? You guys
Uh,
win?
no, we actually didn't win that game. We won last year, but we didn't win this year. It was a hard, tough battle. Played them on ESPN. It was raining, but just something to grow on, something to build from the coming weeks. But yeah, it was definitely a live game. Everybody was there. It was just a great atmosphere to play in.
How did that feel? Having ESPN showing one of your guys' games. Did that get you a little extra pumped up, knowing that the nation was going to be watching?
Well, yeah, I'm always pretty much pumped up. Our coaches get us prepared week in, week out, just for any team that we play against, good or
Yep.
bad, because we know every team is going to give us their best shot. So just knowing that we had those eyes on us, we know we just have to play to the standard that our coaches present to us week in and week out. So it was nice to do that in front of a live television.
Well, I know Buford's got a very good reputation out there in the state of Georgia in football, man. You guys handle your business and you do it often. So you guys
Yes, sir.
definitely I noticed on your schedule, you guys really are not afraid to play anybody.
No, sir.
So in practice, just kind of curious here, man. What's your favorite drill in practice?
Um, Favorite drill in practice probably would be one-on-ones, like pass rushing versus running backs, because like just in practice you get a chance to like try moves that you probably wouldn't think about doing in the game, or just try different things, because it just gives you a chance to kind of like freestyle,
Yeah.
do something a little bit different, and I like the competition aspect of it. So just going against them in that, going against them in like goal line drills, just competing against the backs, competing against the offense. We got inside stuff like that. Going against your teammates, I feel like me going against Buford teammates makes me better, because I don't feel that anyone is better than us, at least in my state of Georgia. So just playing those guys week in and week out, I feel like it's going to make everyone around me better and me.
Nice to have that competition in house where you can battle like that and still get better.
Yes, sir.
So we talking about your favorite drill. Let's do a 180 on that, man.
Mm-hmm.
What's the toughest drill you go through in practice?
Toughest drill, I'll probably say probably toughest drill, probably some conditioning drills. Just we do something at the end of practice where we do like stations and we gotta push sleds and
Yeah.
roll and do burpees and stuff like that. That's probably like the hardest stuff. But as far as like football aspect, I wouldn't say any of those are like very difficult. But I would just probably say the conditioning, because we definitely condition a lot. But as far as football, everything is teaching, learning, reacting, moving fast. So I wouldn't say any of those is that difficult.
Got you. Got you. So on game day, man, it could be pregame, it could be during the game, but what gets Mantrez Walker most excited? A big play, big hit, or like I said, pregame getting in the zone. What is it for you?
What gets me most excited probably just be like the opportunities. Just being at a high school like Buford, just the opportunity to play ball in itself. Just I love the game, so me going out there being able to make plays, a big play definitely gives me hype for sure. If I come out my first series and like you pretty much can feel if you about to have a good game. But if I come out and make a good impact, or in my head make a good impact, I know I'm about to have a good game. But just pregame, I'd say just getting in the zone, knowing what we have to accomplish, knowing we done all this week, so we get a chance to unleash it on the field. So
I like that answer. I like it. You play any other sports besides football?
I train with the track and field team. My coach makes me train with the track and field team.
Yeah, just to help with the general overall speed and stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
So, it could be NCAA, college, pros, but who are your favorite players and kind of why do you look up to them? What do you admire about them?
Favorite players are Ray Lewis, Luke Kuechly. Um, Ray Lewis, just his passion for the game, like the passion that he plays with.
Yeah.
He's never been the biggest, strongest, or fastest, but he plays with the tenacity of a great, and he motivates everyone around him to do better. And that's something that I like to take after of and put that into my game as well. And Luke Kuechly, he's just a student of the game. I like it because he he reads the opponent's offenses. He knows what they're going to do before they do it, and he does everything at a high level. So he's not only high level on the field, but off the field as well. So I would like to model myself after him as well.
It's two of the best to ever do it right there, man. Seriously, two of the best ever. And I'll tell you what, there's somebody's game that I noticed when I watched your film. You got a little bit of Bobby Wagner in your game, bro.
Yeah,
No joke.
I
No
watch
joke,
that too.
man.
Him, Reuben Foster. Reuben Foster is probably like my all-time favorite, but like he's not playing right now. But that's probably like the most fun to watch from what I've seen.
So if you had to describe your game to somebody who's
Mm-hmm.
never seen you play, never seen your film, how would you describe your game to them?
Physical, violent, fast, and cerebral.
Quick to the point and right on point. Yeah, I got you. I got you. When you're doing game week study, and let's just, we're talking about the basics. You're first sitting down, first preparing game film. What are you looking for as a middle linebacker? What are some of the first things you're trying to eye on the offense that you're facing against? Let's say, just for a hypothetical sense, here they're a heavy passing team. What are
Mm-hmm.
you looking for early in that film?
They're a heavy passing team. I'm trying to see like which alignment the running back is in when they're running, which alignment he's in when they're passing. I'm looking at if it's 3-step, 5-step drop, if it's quick game, if he's rolling, if it's play action. I'm looking for pass protection, um, like the guards and tackles their hands if they're pulling or anything, or if it's RPO if he's riding it and looking at this D end coming, or if like one of the tackles arc and I gotta watch for the QB to pull it because nowadays they do the read option. So just those little things, watching little steps with the lineman, um, leverage like if they're leaning back, it means they're from the pull. If they're heavy on their hand, if they're a little soft on their hand, just those little things. If the back is directly next to the quarterback, I'm pretty sure they're going probably outside the zone. If he's a little bit behind the quarterback, maybe inside or some power, some duo. So just those little things.
Middle linebacker, I look at that role as a kind of a leadership role out there on the defense. What kind of leader are you? How do you show your leadership? Is it by actions? Is it vocal, or is it a little mix of both?
I'll say it's a little bit mix of both, but I'll say mostly this year probably just by leading by example. Just doing the things right that the coaches have preached to us all the time, living up to that standard. But I would definitely like to be more of a vocal leader this year, coming up in my senior year. But I'm pretty vocal, but I just like to be more vocal. Just to command the defense as a whole.
You got one season coming up here with high school and stuff left, with a chance to kind of look forward and think about it. When that last snap is done and your
Mm-hmm.
high school season is done with, what kind of legacy are you hoping to leave behind at Buford?
I'm hoping to be a guy that the young guys could look up to, somebody who they want to pave their game after of, and want to go back and look at my highlights to if they have a big game or a certain week and trying to get some inspiration. I'm just trying to be one of those guys to leave an impact, not only on the football players but as a community as a whole. Just he was a good guy. He did it our way, did it by the standard, just that type stuff.
Well, man, I'll get off your back here on high school stuff. I want to jump into the recruiting game, though, man. That's what I want to jump into you next year, man. Before we get into my school to you, of course, I know you've had some other visits and stuff like that. You've had plenty of other colleges showing you love. I'm kind of curious, man. The Penn State visit you had, was that in October?
No, I visited in September, and I
September.
visited
September.
January of last year. It's probably like around this time coming up. I visited that last year.
What was that like for you visiting Penn State?
I mean, it was nice, coach showed great love. Just being there, being in a place that produced a lot of linebackers, it was just rich to see, the tradition of Penn State and things that they have had come out of there. The love, the culture, everything down there. I vibe with it a lot, so it was definitely nice to see that.
What other colleges have you had the chance to explore so far?
I visited Ohio State, Michigan, Florida, Arkansas, Ole Miss, LSU, Colorado, South Carolina, Tennessee. I visited a couple places for sure.
When did you visit Colorado?
I visited Colorado September 30th. I want to say this year. Yeah, September 30th. It was their game when they played USC.
Okay. How'd that visit go, man? How did the connection go
That
with the
visit,
staff and everything?
that visit was nice. Like I didn't even lie. It was probably like definitely top 3 visits I've been on. It was just the environment, being out there. It was just a different vibe. I had never been to a Pac-12 school, but just being out there in that environment. Coach Prime, he's cool. All the coaches are just cool, laid back. They keep it real with you. They tell you how it is, and it's something fun. It's something new coming into college football. So that's something that definitely to look forward to, for sure.
Well, man, I know you made your announcement today on Twitter, or on X, but you got your Miami visit lined up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious, kind of what are you looking for in that visit to Miami? What are your expectations possibly, and what are you hoping to kind of learn about Miami while you're there?
I'm hoping to just, see the environment, just to see the campus, the facilities, all of that type of stuff. I pretty much built a great connection with the coaches, but it'll be good to see them in person. Coach D-Nick has came to my school before, so I've met him before at my school. Me and him mostly talk on the phone, but just to see all of the coaches in person and get their vibe in person, be in meetings with the coaches, meet some personnel staff, meet some of the players, just being up there in the Miami environment. I just want to get the Miami feel, the U feel, pretty much. But everything about Miami is good. Like, my family like them, I like them. Everything's everything for sure.
Is D-Nick the only coach that you've talked with so far?
I talked with D-Nick's probably not even the coach that I talked to the most. I talked to Coach Good. Talked to Coach Good a good bit. I talked to Coach Juan, Coach Joseph. Talked to Coach Cristobal. I've talked to a lot of the guys. I talked to a lot of guys in Miami. Like we got, if we're not talking on a weekly, we're definitely talking every other week. Every other, yeah.
Just curious, man. What's your opinion of the big dog there, Coach Cristobal, so far? You've just getting a chance to meet him, over the phone and stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet him. He definitely seems like a cool guy over text. I can't wait to, get in his presence. A lot of guys I've talked to, they told me that he's cool, stuff like that. I get a cool vibe from him just from talking to him over text and stuff like that. So he got something brewing, and I would definitely like to be a part of it if it came to that. So
When you got that offer from Miami a while back,
mm-hmm.
was that something that you were kind of aware that was going to happen, or was it kind of a surprise for you?
It was definitely a surprise because like I had really never like I had always been thinking about them, but like I had never expected them to throw an offer, and when they did, I just wasn't expecting it. Like me and my dad, we had talked about it a good bit, but it kind of happened. It kind of happened out of the blue. I was like, actually, I had like just committed to Michigan. I want to say, and it happened like a month, 2 months later.
Yeah.
Me and Coach D Nick were talking, and he ended up offering me. It was actually like last year. Was it? It was last year, like last March, I want to say.
Yeah.
But definitely, I definitely felt good about that and knew like I had to go up there for a visit eventually, and I knew if I was to stay committed to Michigan or was to decommit, they were definitely going to be my top school or in my top school. So I'm just glad that happened the way it did.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad to hear that, man. So, overall, this recruiting process, have you enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. It a lot. It's been stressful a little bit, but I've definitely enjoyed it. Going on the trips. It's kind of hard to make all of the trips, but
Yeah.
just going on the trips and being around staff. I've loved everything about it for sure. And it's not come to. It's I got some time left, but
Mhm.
for it to be me going into my senior year, it's time to make some important decisions this coming summer spring, just to get things going because I want to have a plan. It's a 40-year plan, not a 4-year plan. So I'm trying to get in and do what I need to do to get to the league and have a successful career. So I definitely like everything about it.
Okay, it sounds like you kind of want to get things set up at least somewhat a little bit early so you have a game plan so you can kind of work your way down as the season goes on, as time goes on, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, man. That's a great way to approach it. When you're looking into colleges, I'm just kind of curious about some of the factors that are truly important to you. And it can be, not just football, but,
Yeah.
studies as well and stuff. What are some of these big factors that are truly important to you when you're out there and you're visiting colleges and you're there in person?
What's important to me, I would say, coaching stability, scheme, culture. That's a place that has had people in my position historically and produced them to go to the NFL. Environment, my major, academics, is very important in my family. So being at a place where I can thrive academically and get a degree that would be honored if my career was over with and I went into the job field. A place that can take care of me and my family, a place where I know me and my family would be straight, even if football wasn't working out. I know I'd be taken care of on the back end. Um, just a place where I can have endless opportunities to do stuff after football and go out and ultimately reach my dreams of going to the NFL.
kind of curious about your opinion on this, but a little while back, it was a couple months ago, Cristobal said he wanted young players to come to Miami and earn their chance to get snaps right away. And he kind of proved it this year by being one of the ACC teams with the most freshmen who got snaps overall.
Hmm.
I'm kind of curious, is that an important factor for you, getting early playing time, coming in and earning that role and truly getting out there in the field and getting those snaps early?
Yeah, that's definitely a factor for sure. Me personally, I feel like I can play with anybody. I feel like I can come in if I learn the stuff I need to learn. I know I'm a hard worker, so if I learn the stuff I need to learn and make plays when I need to make them in practice, I feel like I can make a big impact on the field early. So just him saying that, him being one of the coaches that can come out and say we give our freshmen a chance to play, we give our freshmen a chance to come and prove themselves. That definitely sticks out to me, and it's very important to me going into a decision.
I got 3 words for you, and I want to know what they mean to you, man. Miami Hurricanes football. Just those 3 words. What do those mean to you
Like each individually or together.
together?
Okay, together, I say it means culture, tradition, it means history. I say it means the youth. Just
Yeah.
all of the players coming out of the U, the history of the U, all of the NFL greats that have came out of the U, at my position, at other positions, just everything around the U and legacy that they've left on college football. Like you can't go anywhere without somebody knowing the University of Miami or what they've done or what they will be doing in the near future. So just being a part of something like that would mean a lot. Just being a part of a legacy and me being able to create my own legacy with Cristobal saying he gives his people a chance to come in, play early, and even if not, just having a chance to compete and go against the best each day. So.
Well, at this point in the interview, what I like to do is I like to give recruits a chance to kind of show some love to people who've helped them out along the way. So whoever you want to give a shout out to, coaches, parents, trainers, anyone you want to show some love to, feel free. Show them some love.
I'd like to shout out to my parents, my mom, my dad. My dad has been there every step of the way. He's been there since when I was little. He got me into football, and he's been here every step of the way. Recruiting process. Without the recruiting process, he still would have been here. So, give a big shout out to him. Big shout out to my mom for just always being there, supporting me, keeping me grounded, keeping me in the Word and the Bible, keeping me focused and keeping me humble. Just being that person in the back corner that I always could depend on and call on and just tells her whenever I was having a problem or she's always been there to support me. I want to thank my coaches, my head coach, Coach Out, for believing in me, putting me on the field early as a sophomore at a powerhouse like Buford. Just him, me following his way and me listening to him and believing in him and trusting the process. I would like to thank Coach Davis, my recruiter coordinator at my high school. Without him, some of these college opportunities wouldn't even be possible. So just him being in my corner, having a person like Coach Davis to get us out there to these schools, and because that's a big deal. Just being able to be recruited all over the nation, being able to have stars and all of that. So that's definitely a blessing coming from where I come from. So I want to thank him. I want to thank my little league coaches, um, Coach Mark, all the people that was at the Red Breeze with me, my little league to the player I am now, giving me tenacity, grit, all of that type of stuff, preparing me for high school. And I want to thank my little siblings for always just keeping me grounded, keeping me humble, basically just telling me that I'm not too big for no one, stuff like that. So, and I also want to thank all the coaches who recruited me throughout the process and that are still continuing to recruit me because those are opportunities that don't come around every day, that don't come around. They come around every once in a while. So for them to just believe in me at such a young age, it just means a lot. So I'm truly thankful for all of that.
Go ahead and plug your social media accounts. Where can people find you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram at Mantrez Manntrez. You can follow me on Twitter at Mantrez Walker, capital M, capital W, Mantrez Walker, and that's it.
Okay, okay. Well, man, Trez, I just got one last question for you, and I'm gonna let you get on with your night. I know it's getting late over there, man. This is a question I ask everybody I bring on the show, man. I've had ADs from high schools, head coaches, players, recruits. It don't matter. Everyone gets the same last question on this one, man. Why do you love the game of football? What makes you want to go out there and compete at the highest level on a weekly basis?
What makes me want to go out there and compete at the highest level on a weekly basis is just knowing the opportunities that can come out of this, knowing that I could um, get my family out of the situation that they're in, get us out of the situation that we're in, just create a better situation for me and my family. What also motivates me is just me loving the game. I've always loved the game since I was younger, and it's nothing I've ever wanted to do besides really play football for real, for real. So just being out there in my element, being able to release emotions that I wouldn't be able to release if I was somewhere else, just being out there in that environment for sure. I love the game, and I want to do it for the rest of my life if I can.
Well, Mantrez, that's all I got for you tonight, man. I mean, truly appreciate you taking the time to jump on here, letting Canes fans and just recruiting fans in general get a little more familiar with you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
You being a 2025 guy, like you said, you got a little time still. I definitely would like to stay in contact with you in the future and stuff. Have you back on so we can get guys, more familiar again with your development, your recruitment, and update with all that stuff. And man, I just hope everything goes great for you this offseason, man. Kill it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
You have yourself a great night, Mantrez. We'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. You too.
You guys, that, in my opinion, like I said before the show even started, that is one of the top dogs right there at the linebacker position in the 2025 class. Playing at Buford, he's not only being coached by some of the best, he's playing against some of the best weekly as well. Like I said, Buford is not afraid to get anybody on their schedule. They'll man up against anybody, and they've proven that many, many times. It was great to have Mantrez on here. It's great to know Mantrez is going to be having his visit to the U. I was glad I got a chance to talk with him before he had that visit. I'm hoping to tap back in with him, when he gets done with that visit and see how it went. But I'm sure it's going to go great for him there. You guys have a great night. Hopefully we'll be back with another one here soon. Should be either just 1 or 2 more days here, actually, as far as I'm concerned. At least from what I've been told anyways. We'll be back soon with another interview, and you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.